Welcome to the NTN Nightly. I'm Nisha Charles. This edition's top stories. Residents of Valerie Lorde Avenue now have safer access to their community. The government of Japan continues to impact the lives of Saint Lucians. Saint Lucia Carnival 2019 registers increased participation. All that plus the latest in youth development, sports, and the NTN Nouvelle are Kweyol. Residents of Valerie Lorde Avenue can look forward to safer access to their community in heavy rains now that the Riviera Meter Development Committee has completed a series of drainage works in that area. Through support from Canada, the Riviera Meter Disaster Risk Management, Drainage Rehabilitation and Construction Project was launched on April 14, 2019. The Drainage Rehabilitation and Construction Project seeks to mitigate flooding in times of heavy rains. The project, which was managed by the Riviera Meter Development Committee with the assistance of the Department of Infrastructure, saw the installation of 187 meters of drains, which interlinked existing road intersections. Assistant engineer with the Department of Infrastructure, Len Leon, says the project was an unusual one.
Normally, private developments, private projects, etc., seem to go ahead and not recognize the integral part that we play in providing the standards, at least the minimum standards to which infrastructure should be built. And so we were particularly pleased that throughout this project, the Riviera Meter Development Committee kept us informed of what was going on, that we, through our own reconnaissance of the Groselay area, the zonal team were able to now and again pass by and have a look at the project, give advice where necessary. And so it was very easy for us to accept the quality and the workmanship that took place on this project.
Some 200,000 EC dollars was invested in the project through the Canada Caribbean Disaster Risk Management Fund, through the Caribbean Regional Development Program at the Canada High Commission. Senior Director Benoit Pierre Larumier says the project is a good example of communities adapting to climate change.
Canada has been working with communities across the region to strengthen resilience for many years, and it is always particularly rewarding to engage with partners who truly believe in a self-help approach. The Riviera Meter Development Committee has been an excellent example of this.
Parliamentary representative for the area, Honorable Leonard Montoute, says the project has paved the way for an even bigger plan to rehabilitate 26 roads in the Groselay constituency.
A lot of resources has been saved because to do proper roadworks would include ensuring that we do the drainage as well. Because we have seen from our experience, roadworks without drainage is pretty much a waste of resources because very soon the roads will return to the original condition if the proper drainage is not in place. Quite apart from that, we talk of climate change and we see the effects of climate change in terms of flooding, in terms of the disaster and so on. So as we move forward with our development, we want to ensure that we embrace the concept of resilience building, and to ensure that we do so, drainage is a major part of doing so.
The Riviera Meter Development Committee was presented with a certificate of satisfaction from the Department of Infrastructure. The government of Japan continues to impact the lives of Saint Lucians at the community level through its grassroots human security project. The latest initiative is the rehabilitation of the Riviera Dore Anglican Combined School. More from Janelle Norville.
Principal of the Riviera Dore Anglican Combined School, Secondina Alci, expressed gratitude to the Japanese government for their generosity. The infant block was reconstructed under the Japan's Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Project. The agreement was signed on the 21st of February 2018 and construction commenced in October, and the new block was completed in December 2018. The principal noted that getting the project off the ground was no easy feat. The school faced difficulty getting a plan and had to hire their own auditor. However, once these were cleared up, she said it was all systems go.
Amidst of all of the trials, the light came at the end of the tunnel. Construction was completed. So in January, with the approval of our consultant and the Embassy of Japan, the students moved into the new classroom with new furniture, as all ones were infested. Everyone felt more relaxed, each one in his or her own space. The environment more conducive to learning. Ambassador, we are forever grateful to the government and people of Japan for this grant. Students can now be educated in a safe and secure environment.
District Education Officer for District 7 and immediate past principal of the River Dore Anglican Combined School, K. Clark Nicholas, disclosed the many challenges faced by the students and staff of the school prior to the undertaking of the project.
The teachers in that wing had endured the invasion of frogs, bats, rats, and other pests. On very hot days, the stench of bat droppings was unbearable. At the time, we had no caretaker for most of this time frame, and Miss K, our then janitor, was a caretaker in herself, getting pieces of plywood wherever she could have from works that had been done in other places to patch holes, to keep away the frogs and other pests from entering the rooms. And I can see the teachers going away at it, but now that we reflect on it, we could see that we are so blessed that we were able at the time to ensure that the students were taken care of decently.
Japanese Ambassador to Saint Lucia, His Excellency Tatsuo Hirayama, highlighted the importance of supporting educational projects.
To express my deep appreciation that one of my first official duties as an ambassador is related to our grassroots grant assistance project to renovate this River Dore Anglican Combined School, because any country places its paramount importance to education sector. Yes, there have been many national, regional, global initiatives to promote education, and taking an example of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, its goal number 4 says, to ensure inclusive and equitable education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all.
Minister for Commerce, Industry, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs and Parliamentary Representative for Choiseul Saltibus, Honorable Bradley Felix, expressed sincere gratitude to the government and people of Japan.
We're in an environment now where it is so difficult to get assistance. Our own resources are limited, and even the resources that we would normally gravitate to, these are also drying up. So we really need to appreciate when our friends from Japan come to our assistance.
The official handing over ceremony for the Japan's grant assistance for grassroots human security project between the Embassy of Japan and the River Dore Anglican Combined School took place on Friday, 12 July 2019. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville.
The Department of Physical Planning is actively pursuing a national spatial data infrastructure which will positively impact foreign direct investment opportunities for St. Lucia by providing easy access to critical information needed for strategic decision-making purposes. Lucia's Doxury Communications Officer with the Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project reports.
Recently in St. Lucia for the 4th time, consultants representing Cadastre International tasked with working alongside local stakeholders to launch the NSDI, explained that more than 90% of all decisions taken by government is relevant to spatial planning.
So when we look to the legal review, is that we see in place in St. Lucia, there has been a lot of activities have been done, and a lot of things have been achieved in the regulations and policies for limiting the use and the availability of spatial information. Think about the Data Protection Act, think about the Intellectual Property and the Copyright Act, the Patent Act, numerous other acts have been developed.
Stored data is valuable, Cromwell says, but more emphasis must be placed on a legislative framework dealing with the sharing of data because, according to the consultant, only when data can be shared across sectors and used for strategic decision-making does it truly become useful. Senior cartographer in the Department of Physical Planning, Susanna Aurelien, says it is important at this stage of the country's development for individual agencies to stop working in silos.
Developing countries as well as first world countries, data sharing and reuse is the way to go because number one, it helps to save money and it helps to facilitate a lot of processes. We have a lot of work to do when it comes to facilitating the NSDI by updating our acts, updating our data protection acts, putting in place data sharing and data reuse acts.
She looks forward to the adoption of a framework to freely share information with each other. There is consensus that spatial planning provides predictable conditions for investment. When used constructively, the NSDI, funded through the DVRP, is expected to promote prudent use of land and natural resources for development. The NSDI will be used also for promoting sustainable development, disaster risk reduction, climate change adaptation, and an overall improvement in the quality of life of the citizenry, thereby leading to poverty alleviation.
2 young environmental activists from the OECS recently participated in the 3rd edition of the Peace Boat's Ocean and Climate Youth Ambassador Program. St. Lucian Giovannic Henry and Monstration Ashnell Jeffers seized the opportunity to draw the attention of the international community to the urgent necessity to accelerate climate resilience actions in the countries of the Eastern Caribbean. For many years, Giovannic Henry has been deeply involved in a series of initiatives to raise awareness on environmental issues at home and regionally. Here he is in his own words.
Our Peace Boat Ocean and Climate Youth Ambassadors program began on May 24th in the city of Valletta, Malta. We also had several activities both in port as well as on board the Peace Boat. Through this experience, we get to bring our story, we get to give them a deeper understanding of the situation they face, which maybe in the end will influence a change in behavior. We are not the major contributors of climate change, but we stand to be greatly affected. But it is those in the developed world that are the main contributors. This is why through this program we were able to meet with persons from Grenada, from Morocco, as well as Portugal, where we got to bring our story to them, all in efforts of influencing positive change. Globally, we are at a critical juncture in that climate change is on our doorsteps. As young people, I believe that it is our responsibility to lead these efforts, which is why I would encourage other young persons to get involved in such programs, as it granted the opportunity to not only enhance your capacity, but to also lobby, but to also influence others into taking positive action that will ensure the conservation and preservation of our planet.
And this is the NTN Nightly. Ryan O'Brien is up next.
I'm innovative.
I'm competitive.
I am productive.
I'm creative.
I constantly improve what I do.
And how I do it.
I provide excellent customer service.
I never stop learning.
I give up my best, always.
The National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, embracing excellence.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in youth development and sports.
Welcome everyone to your update from the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports on the NTN Nightly News. I'm Ryan O'Brien. In this edition, we focus on St. Lucia's preparatory camp for the 2019 Winard Island Schools Games, scheduled to get underway in Dominica next week. The contingent ended camp at the Beanfield Secondary School over the weekend. NTN Nightly visited the camp on Friday to get a feel of what was happening with St. Lucia's preparation for the annual games.
In camp this year, it's been cool. As a matter of fact, I find it better than the previous years. Maybe there's a little more discipline, and especially with the volleyballers, I suppose over time they have come to realize that there's time for crap, there's time for training, there's time to be serious. And it's we tend to stand out in relation to the discipline at there, because I stress that with them, that we're supposed to set standards, not follow. So, and I suppose that's one of the reasons why they always feel volleyball as a stush.
The volleyball coach said he had high expectations that both male and female teams will do well during the games.
I think my teams are ready in relation to play. What sometimes happens is the problem is with the mental, because you go on tour at Windwards and everybody's against you. Even when you have the games in St. Lucians are against you. So we always have that to deal with. But I think we're ready. In the last couple of years, St. Vincent has been the one who's given us trouble, and I'm looking forward to taking that back from them this year, you know. The plan is to go to Dominica to win, really. And that's what we're preparing for.
Megan Nestor has been a prominent member of the Saint Lucia team for recent Winard Island school games. She is happy the netball squad is ready for the challenge.
The camp has been going good so far. Yesterday we were at a practice match, and the team, we played pretty well, and with the experience with each other, I think that we're going to dominate in Dominica.
Meanwhile, basketball coach Ron de Merville was happy with the work the basketballers put in during their preparation.
Our preparation has been very intense. We started preparing for this tournament since last year, September, where we had a lot of conditioning, beach workouts, and a lot of individual and detailed training for each player that would be selected to try out for the team. And right now we're in our final stage of traveling, to prepare our final product of the team. And basically we look very good, we look very solid, and I'm looking forward to us participating in Dominica and giving our country a good show.
Okay, how many guys you are returning from last year?
I basically have 3 guys returning from last year, with the 4 previously they left school and basically were occupied with schoolwork, basically CXCs and other examinations. So I just have 3 returning guys and 5 new replacements.
So what about the new replacements? How can they hold up their own?
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of them are surprising me, and I basically had an idea of a team selection, but with our couple of days on camp and nearing final selection, a lot of these new additions the game have been improving tremendously, and it's basically making my job a bit harder now.
St. Lucia's team for the games is expected to be announced Tuesday at a news briefing scheduled for the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports conference room starting at 10 a.m. And that's your update from Youth Development and Sports for today. I'm Ryan O'Brien.
Thanks, Ryan. Prime Minister Honorable Alan Chastanet has congratulated all stakeholders on an amazing and successful Saint Lucia Carnival 2019. It was a season that saw increased participation from not only Saint Lucians but visitors as well. Here's Anicia Antoine.
Saint Lucia Carnival is an attraction not only to Saint Lucians in the diaspora, but also for visitors who want to experience the national festival. Caribbean Airlines for the 2nd year was chosen as the official airline for Saint Lucia Carnival and has enabled regional visitors to come to Saint Lucia under packaged deals. This season also saw a large number of French visitors as the offering of Mercury Beach, a popular event in the French market, culminated the season on July 20th, 2019.
I come from Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe is a wonderful island, but here is a better island. I love Carnival. I love how you enjoy yourself. I love how people dance with each other, and I love St. Lucia.
I think this is the best carnival so far. I love the experience, the drinks, oh my God. I'm doing it again this year, definitely doing it again this year. I'm gonna be back.
It's my first time, yes. Yes, I'm having a blast. I'll come back again next year.
Saint Lucia Carnival 2019 contained a variety of events, including the ever-popular Power and Groovy Monarch, Intercommercial House Calypso competition, and the Panorama competition. This year, many foreign visitors participated in the competitions and events surrounding Saint Lucia Carnival.
We met a lot of the Saint Lucians in Trinidad when we were playing with the Silver Stars Orchestra, and came here and wanted to see what it was like in Saint Lucia, and yeah, we really like the vibe. We've been staying in Labrie, so a small town vibe. It's been very nice compared to when we were in, not to say Port of Spain was bad or anything, but it had the big city vibe, and here in Saint Lucia it's been more of a more community welcoming experience.
The Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, Honorable Alan Chasney, stated that the growth in Saint Lucia Carnival is now clearly evident as the participation level has improved considerably and an influx of visitors from around the world was seen. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
And stay with the NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Nouvelle en Kweyol.
Small household electrical appliances, when faulty, can give rise to big problems. If you have just purchased a small appliance from a store and you are concerned about the safety of the item, or an appliance has been at home for some time subjected to wear and tear from regular usage, have it tested by the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards. It is better to be safe than sorry.
For more information, contact the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards at 456-0546 or email slbs@candw.lc or visit the website at www.slbs.org.lc. Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards, making quality and standards our way of life.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle en Kweyol.
Monsieur, Madame, département qui nous responsabilité pour information en gouvernement Saint Lucie. Ça c'est GIS, ça c'est une télévision nationale pays NTN. Ça pose tout Nouvelle à Kweyol. C'est tout Primus Hutchinson. Gouvernement Saint Lucie trouve bénéfice en effort pour y bâtir un établissement pour entretenir les ressources les résidents gozile. Ça qui connaît aussi qu'on HRDC. En ce sens-là, sorti du gouvernement Chine de Taïwan, devant la visitation président Taïwan, Madame Tsai Ing-wen, pour cette Lucie, semaine passée là, lui et puis les représentatifs du gouvernement et puis le gouvernement cette Lucie, est présent en ville Gozile pour gagner l'occasion ça là. HRDC Gozile a une facilité qu'on a une chambre pour chaîne diverses activités officielles et aussi l'autre activité, aussi une chambre de conférences, un studio pour enregistrer musique, restaurant, divers bureaux, ou parmi l'autre. Représentatif pour Gozile, honorable Leonard Montout, Kawe établissement ça là, qu'on a une occasion pour développer la créativité et par conséquent, pour l'avantage espèce là qui a manifesté les vents de dissuasion à ville Gozile. Représentatif là annoncé qui la a plusieurs façons pour faciliter ça là, aider développer les ressources monde à ville là et aussi déclaré qu'il a plusieurs aspects de l'événement que les résidents prennent l'avantage. On a bon tout car ouais ça là qu'on qui a haussé bien haut degré capacité Jeanville là avec l'autre commune qui branché en plusieurs façons. Le gouvernement Taïwan j'ai assisté à cette liste plus que 2400 projets au pays là en bas programme pour développer ces diverses communes à cette liste. Alors pour ça là président de la République Chine de Taïwan Madame Tsai Ing-wen Kawe Satsala Koyon qui a assisté particulièrement les jeunesses pour suivre fiabilité pour venir plus capable en divers l'état et aussi pour improver divers talents qui ont. Madame Tsai a qui Satla qui a assisté cette liste et puis qui a ressuscité culture nous, qui a renforcé projet touristique et bien accroître le développement économique pays. Madame Tsai n'y espoir qui HRDC n'est pas là qui a aidé pour cimenter une meilleure relation entre ville Gozile et aussi pour agoniser diverses habiletés qui ont existé en ligne de culture que mon a tepékou j'ai passé. Une session spéciale est faite à le Parlement pour bienvenir président de la République Chine de Taïwan, Madame Tsai Ing-wen, que mon a tepékou jeudi passé. Et tenu toutes les façades que le Parlement a assisté, ça veut dire même c'est là avec le gouvernement avec les mêmes oppositions. Durant cérémonie, président Sénat là, Madame Janine Giraudy McIntyre, en adresse li, remercier cette ci avec Taïwan qui a embrassé même principe de démocratie, égalité et justice, développement économique et justice sociale. Selon Madame McIntyre, visitation président Saï qui a encore renforcé les relations qui chacun existé entre cette ci et puis la République Chine de Taïwan. En réponse, président Tsai Ing-wen félicité relations entre cette ci et la République Chine de Taïwan. Madame Tsai complimenté des pays pour bons amis qui ont continué à exister aussi tellement longtemps. Président Tsai remarqué que pour ces années qui j'ai passé, la République Chine de Taïwan était toujours parée pour que cette ci trouve bonne assistance pour santé publique et bonne santé généralement. Président Tsai parlait des grandes assistances, les Grecs en ligne santé, j'ai pour aider ou renforcer l'habilité des institutions de santé à cette ci. Président Tsai aussi mentionné assistance pour bâtir un grand aéroport international Hiwanora, l'hôpital St. Jude et plusieurs projets de chemin à cette ci. Speaker pour le Parlement, honorable Andy Daniel, et aussi adressé son Parlement. Président de la République Chine de Taïwan, qui deuxième phase de service Wi-Fi qui est ouvert officiellement en Constitution Park, qui a offert pas seulement les étrangers qui ont visité cette ci, particulièrement les membres business, facilité pour une connexion et puis collègues, mais plus toujours, et qui a connecté les petites communes et puis les plus gros villes au niveau de cette ci, avec le reste de la terre. Le président Tsai fait promettre là que Taïwan qui continue pour assister cette ci, et puis c'est divers digital comme Taïwan même qui a placé un pile force à ce développement et opération programme digital. Le président Tsai a annoncé que le gouvernement qui a continué pour développer les services Internet et Wi-Fi tout au long de cette ci en ce temps qui a venu. Madame Tsai a déclaré que c'est l'année qui passe, le gouvernement et puis cette ci a développé plusieurs services Wi-Fi et Internet en pays. Par exemple, un site ICT national, un site de ressources ICT au niveau de cette ci et un système de ressources agricoles. Le président Tsai a déclaré aussi le gouvernement qui a assisté cette ci pour abattre le crime et établir bonne protection en pays par établissement de services digital qui fait fort tout bonnement et ajouté que le programme là pour ménager et faire bataille contre le crime qui continue pour aider le gouvernement et la police chaîne comme une pays plus protégée contre le crime. En parlant de ça, le représentatif pour Castries, honorable Sarah Floyd Bobre, parlait des grandes importances que le service Wi-Fi salani pour communiquer avec les résidents qui ça à présent faire contact n'importe côté à cette ci et pays à la terre. Et qualité l'avantage là, ça nous aussi pour les étudiants. Je remercie le pays République Taïwan pour continuer pour pousser le développement sustainable à cette ci. C'est comme ça que nous avons votre nouvelle là, je remercie autant pour regarder. Je vais avoir une invitation pour que nous puissions considérer conserver la vie. Nous allons présenter l'autre nouvelle à Kweyol. Après ça, je vais présenter Lucia.
Messi Opil Primus. And here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Fair to partly cloudy skies, occasionally becoming cloudy with some widely scattered showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms. A tropical wave will cause some cloudy spells with showers and possibly isolated thunderstorms over the eastern Caribbean region during the next 24 hours. Another tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is moving westward at about 20 miles per hour or 31 kilometers per hour. This wave is expected to affect the eastern Caribbean region on Wednesday. A third tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward at about 20 miles per hour or 31 kilometers per hour. The tide for Castries Harbour was low at 1:15 p.m. and will be high again at 7:42 p.m. The tide for Vieux Bay was low at 2:42 p.m. and will be high again at 8:49 p.m. The sea is moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet or 1.2 to 1.8 meters. The sun will rise Tuesday at 5:45 a.m.
And that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the Saint Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Nisha Charles.